Miltenyi Biotech is a global life sciences company. We are committed to advancing biomedical research and cellular therapies to make a meaningful impact on human health. We start all the way from discovery through clinical and commercial production, and we really want to help bridge that gap between, benchtop science to providing those real-world therapies and bring those to market. We focus on having a strong culture of data-driven decision-making across functions from R&D to manufacturing, and then all the groups in between. There is that shared understanding that analytics isn't just a support function. It's quality, reproducibility, regulatory compliance. We use JUMP specifically to empower the scientists and engineers at Miltenyi to use those statistical tools proactively instead of reactively, which strengthens our processes and helps us accelerate bringing those products to market. JUMP bridges the gap between kind of the scientific intuition and the statistical rigor that we bring forward with all our products and experimentation. It really allows quality professionals to explore data visually, model process behavior, and then to communicate the findings without needing to code. I like looking at data, kind of solving problems on the fly, showing up to work every day, knowing that there's a long-term goal and a long-term strategy, and that's to help patients in need. So kind of to put themselves above you. Working with my colleagues who have similar goals and similar approaches to wanting to solve problems. JUMP made it easy to apply the quality by design approach, or the QBD, in a very practical and data-driven way. Through design of experiments, multivariate data analysis, and visual modeling tools, we were able to really systematically study how process parameters influence quality attributes. And JUMP really helped us to move from that trial and error experimentation, or the OFAC kind of type of experimentation, to using a much more structured, science-based, kind of risk-based approach to process development. As the cell and gene therapy or CGT industry continues to grow, I think seeing tools like JUMP really evolving and are going to become more essential for the scientists and engineers that are working on these therapies. JUMP has just a very intuitive, user-friendly interface that makes it possible for more teams to very quickly learn how to use JUMP. You don't really have to have a strong statistical background. You don't really need to know the coding behind it. It empowers teams to visualize complex relationships, clearly communicate findings to those in the regulatory agencies where you're going to have to prove, what you're presenting if you want to see some of those therapies get approved. Within biotech as a whole, that documentation and strong documentation is very much needed for when you go up and present in front of the regulatory agencies. Some of the other softwares I used previously, it's just really on the user to learn, and there's not that steps essentially that JUMP offers, or the other training courses, or even the JUMP marketplace, the JUMP community, for you to go in with other users just like yourself to kind of help you figure out what's your problems and then how to address those problems. Not really having any exposure to the classical design of experiments, and then seeing the power that it can bring that Excel does not offer, that JUMP offers extremely well. And again, using EasyDOE specifically, you don't have to have a strong background in the math behind the classical DOE or even kind of the cubic design space. You don't really have to have that knowledge behind it. You just can't do that in Excel. It's much easier, and JUMP's kind of that gold standard, if you will. During process scale-up, we consolidated data. Using JUMP reduced the time to perform that statistical analysis and generate the control charge by probably roughly about 70% compared to the manual Excel-based workflows that we were using in the process development team. That time savings definitely translated into weeks gained in overall project timelines. And I think more importantly, just the deeper confidence in our process decisions, and really focused on leveraging that data. JUMP has helped us become a key enabler to really bring those cell and gene therapies to patients more efficiently, more reliably, and more quickly.